What's going on, everybody? It is the Identity Crisis Project, and it is day 2 since I have resumed daily uploads. Whew! And I have a lot of energy, a lot of pent-up energy. Well, not really. My pent-up energy is from the start of the day to right now, because the last week has been a whirlwind of wacky, crazy. Well, not even really wacky. A lot of crazy, a lot of fun, and I'm not going to talk anymore about that until it's time to talk more about it. Suffice it to say that my energy has been going up and up and up. I don't know if you've watched some of my older videos where I was like, my energy's up, it's down, up and down, up and down. I'm more or less consistent now, and I'm really happy to be on even footing and even plateau. It makes creating a lot easier. So, why don't we talk about something today, since I'm not out and about, and I apologize. I really need to be creating out in the real world, but I have something up my sleeve that I think will be very entertaining, very exciting, and will put me in a different light than what you have known or have come to know me for. Because usually I'm like, I'm doing things inside, like in a restaurant or a smoothie bar or in the mall. I think this is going to take me out of my comfort zone. I think it's going to be really entertaining. So I'm keeping my fingers crossed it's going to happen, because I'm all about pushing myself into different realms, different situations, and see how I react. Will I rise to the occasion? Will I meet the challenge? Will I overcome those obstacles to create something that is compelling, funny, and interesting? Maybe. We'll see. Who knows? Anyway, I digress. But I want to talk about the mundane life. Like, life can really get mundane, boring. You can get complacent. You can just fall into this kind of abyss of, oh gosh, I finished the day and it's, all I want to do is just eat and watch TV and just drone away. That's all I want to do. And it's really easy to do. It's really easy to fall into these habits of just complacence and boredom and mundane living. Really, really easy. And somehow along the way, I think a lot of adults fall into that pitfall. They just and then they fall down this, they walk off the precipice and fall right on down into the abyss, never to be seen again. Or if they are seen again, they're just walking zombies. Ugh. And that's what I call people that just kind of, like, they're just kind of acting the part. They're just surviving. And I don't mean like food, water, shelter. I just mean surviving the day, the week, the month. They're just ba-doop. They're not really thriving. They're not really living a vibrant, fulfilling, energetic, passionate existence. Like, that's not happening. And I don't know. Something happens along the way in adulting. You fall down off that cliff, and you just lose that energetic, that childlike, that inner child spirit that really drives. It's really your drive forward. You know, without that childlike energy, you really are just kind of like, you're just a pile of bones. Like, it's the child that gets excited. It's the child that gets motivated. It's the child that wants to see new things, accomplish new things. So you really got to feed that child. That's what this video is about. Feeding the child, keeping that child satiated, happy, nurtured, so it runs your ship. It's the engine of your vessel. And so if that child isn't firing on all cylinders, it's not happy, it's not kicking and screaming, ah! Because he's in master command. He's pulling the levers. And so if that inner child is not happy, you are not going to be living a fulfilling, happy, thriving, energetic, passionate, exhilarating life. And somehow along the way, I'm not going to say that I mastered anything. I'm not going to say that I cracked the code to anything, because I know I haven't. But somehow I've been able to keep my inner child on some sort of life support. Like, don't leave me now, baby. Don't die on me. Please just stay with me. I want you to live. I want you to live. So I've kept this inner child in my head alive. And I work a crazy stress job. I know you all got stressful jobs. But you know what? Sure, I have my bad days, but most of the time, at the end of the day, when it comes to be over, boom, I'm ready to play. I'm ready to have fun. I'm ready to do, and it's not, everybody has their different levels of what they think is fun and this and that. It doesn't take much for me to have fun. Like, I don't need to have this or that or go this or there. Sure, those things are fun. I definitely enjoy that stuff. I definitely enjoy the finer things too, but like, I can have fun with just an empty wrapper. Like this thing right here, like, oh, look at the cute bunny on this little wrapper here. And make a story up about it. I don't know. And I think that's part of being creative. Like, when you keep that inner child on life support, you can be creative and you start building your own world, your own mini universe, and you attract into it people that support and uplift and keep it going. And it's like, yeah, the outside world could be going to hell, but your universe that you created is just like this beautiful, majestic, inspirational space. So, keeping that inner child happy and nurtured and feeding him, you gotta pay attention to it. A child that doesn't get paid attention to is just kind of going to run off and do some crazy stuff. Like, it's going to get into problems, and it's not going to serve you. So if your inner child is just running amok or just running rogue, it's not going to serve you in that way. So you really have to get in tune. You have to tap into it. You have to look inward. And when you do that, you realize, there is something there. And then you do things that support that energy, that spirit that inner child brings and needs. Does that even make sense? I don't know. But the point is that mindset of a child is within you. A lot of us ignore it because we get caught up in this mundane way because we have to. We have to be adults. We have to go to work. We have to do certain things whether we like them or not, and it becomes freaking boring really quick. And then we're just like tapped out at the end of the day, tired, just want to blah, 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 do nothing. But really, there's a lot of time we waste doing nothing where we could be doing something creative or fun that's fulfilling, that's growing us, that's expanding our mind, our capabilities, our abilities, to then go into other realms and maybe shift what we're doing in our jobs or our vocation, whatever it is. Really, sky's the limit. There are no limits at all. And it starts with the inner child. It really, really does. So this might have been a long, rambling soliloquy, but it is what it is. My inner child is right here. It's beating. Its heart's beating stronger than mine. It's keeping me alive, thriving, climbing, and driving forward. So I want that from you. I want that for you. I don't want it from you. I want that for you. And I think that's the most important thing that I have learned in my life, is keep that inner child happy, because it's kept me moving forward in my life. And honestly, this channel wouldn't even be here without me listening to it and really being its champion and fighting for it, because it was telling me things that I didn't even believe, So anyway, I've said enough. Tomorrow, I promise you, I will be out somewhere being my wacky self and entertaining you guys. With that said, and I've said enough, I will see you, and you, and you, and you so soon. Peace.